What's up, everybody? It's your girl Gabrielle reporting live for Hot Music Media. Shouts out to Nadia Nunn for hooking me up with this segment. Guys, I'm live in studio with an extraordinarily talented music producing group, The Fr3shmen. Now, The Fr3shmen are currently working on a project for the artist Tyga, and I'm happy that they took time out of their schedule to sit down with me and chat a little. So let's get into it.
Young FA, yeah. Cass, pretty girls with them Rolexes, no time for a whole flexing, poking out of that white beater.
Big cup, she so Texas.
Big booty that get attention like a rap star in a gold necklace. That ass need management and a bodyguard that wear fold.
Can you gentlemen open up by introducing yourselves?
I'm Eric, 1/4 of the Fr3shmen.
I'm JL, 1/4 of the Fr3shmen.
I'm Mac, also Jay's brother. 1/4 for the Fr3shmen.
I'm Bird, 1/4 for the Fr3shmen.
So, gentlemen, what producers in the industry inspire you?
I mean, for me, Pharrell is probably even before the song Happy. I mean, he was the most I would say influential in what I do, just because he transcends so many genres.
I can't necessarily say that there's any particular producer that inspires me. I love music regardless, period. I can't even say that I study to check to see who did it. But when I hear something, I like it.
Right now, my biggest inspiration is probably Kanye, just because of how he takes the pieces of the puzzle and puts them together. He takes things that you don't really think will work together and put them all together. Like, All of the Lights is one record. He used like 15, 20 different singers just for the hook, just because he knew certain people's voice tone would work well with each other. So that's kind of like, I take pages from that, and when I create, I like to put things together that I don't normally think would work together to create a certain sound that is something new but does fuse together well. So Kanye is definitely one of my biggest influences right now.
70s music, you know what I'm saying? And then what they've been sending me, and just working on the Fr3shmen sound, just building that brand. So really, the producers I've been listening to are these three guys and myself.
The next question is going to be about success. What defines success for you?
It's happiness in what it is that you're doing. Like, you bump into so many people who they may be making like 6 figures or whatever, but they're stressed. They end up not doing what it is that they're passionate about, and basically starting over in their career, and actually finally figuring out that money isn't everything. Happiness is everything, because at the end of the day, you want to, like, for me, like, I want my children to take a page out of my book, to where it's like, my dad followed his dreams, so I can follow mine. Like, it's feasible, So, like, I think that's the most important thing. That's what defines success for me, is happiness.
Can you explain to us how you guys start with the track from beginning to end, and what role each person plays?
Well, I'm kind of like the melody person. I play keys. If I start off a melody, likely one of them will finish it up, or if they have something that they need something played on, that's the role I pretty much play. And some arranging and whatnot, and that pretty much.
It's more so, it's like a assembly line. We'll say, like, Ford Motor Company, like, right, of music. So it gets to, say for instance, the chassis, the body of it, it may start with me or it may start with Breeze. That's like, the foundation. And then if I started, then it'll go to Bird, and he may do some stuff, and then ultimately we'll bring in E, who will basically
Polish it up a little
polish
bit.
it, put the paint on it, and then Jay, he's like the engineer, so
He inspects
would fine tune it, make sure we passing all emissions tests and so on and so forth like that. So we don't get, no color. But yeah, it's basically, we look at it, like that. But he's always the last person to get it. It's just because, he's the engineer, so he fine tunes everything, before it goes out, just so it's sonically correct.
So basically, any record is touched by everybody unless it's an idea that somebody started that you just sign off on. It's also with the Four Immortals company, you take the Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis approach. No matter who works on it, if we all come to an agreement that that record is done, that's a freshman record. We good.
There's a lot of struggle with the grind of music. How do you guys stay motivated?
The competition.
Yeah.
Man, the competition. Because you know what? It can be days where you be like, man, can we cuss? Can we cuss? Well, we be like, man, fuck music. I don't want to do this shit no more. And then, goddamn it, somebody will drop a record. You be like, man, I love this shit. Like, let's go. It's just the competition, man, because it's like, there's so much dope music that you know what I'm saying, that just keep you inspired.
How would you compare the current state of hip hop and R&B versus the golden era?
Great question. Answer is, for me, everybody has their own golden era. We had an era of music that we were brought up on that we were used to, which we would consider the golden era, which is our golden era. The kids nowadays, the music that they're brought up to is a whole different feel from what we were brought up to. So right now may be considered their golden era. And at one point, now we're those guys that were probably listening to certain records and we're like, that song doesn't make sense. Versus you fast forward to our golden era, there was somebody a bit older than us saying those records didn't make sense. And let's just call a spade a spade. We had some whack records in our quote-unquote golden era. Some terrible records. The Pee Wee Herman was whack. Let's just put it out there. That was a whack record. But nobody shunned that era because of the so-called purists of that era. Just like there's eras before ours, and the purists of that era shun our era. So everybody has their own golden era, in my opinion.
What are some current projects you guys are working on, and who have you worked with?
All right, Raekwon, Travis Porter. We're currently working with Sci-Hi the Prince. We're working on some stuff for Tiger. Who else we work with? We're working with a dope writer by the name of Felly. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of work with him. He's a dope up-and-coming writer.
We can sit here all day naming all the people that we've crossed paths with.
And do you guys have anything cool coming up? Any projects that you want to speak about coming up?
Really, Sci-Hi.
Yeah, that's one.
Right now, that's currently,
When it comes to current projects, I'm more or less just wait on it.
Yeah.
We never really know what we're gonna do. Just wait on it.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down with me and chat for a little while. Your answers were insightful, they were wonderful, they were encouraging, and I'm sure someone out there learned a little something about the music industry. Thanks so much, guys.
Street exec, shout it.
Turn up, roll up, burn up. Turn up.
The Freshman.
Still smoking that
La la la.
About to head out to
East LA.
Hold it on.
Miss my flight.
Gotta show out in
San Tropez.
I be kicking in it.
Red light district.
Where some hoes
Speak Fr3shmen.
Shout out to the
Thick girls in Houston.
Shot Town in
MIA.
I be smoking in it.
La la la.
About to head out to
East LA.
I hope I don't
Miss my flight.
Gotta show out in
San Tropez.
I be kicking in it.
Red light district.
Where some hoes
Speak Fr3shmen.
Shout out to the
Thick girls in Houston.
Shot Town in
MIA. La la la. Like every damn day. La la la. Like every damn day. La la la. Like every damn day. La la la. Like every damn day.
Hey, look, I'm gone out the Miley. I'm gone out this world. I'm biting on my lip, and I keep thinking about my girl. I'm out in West LA. My bitch from West LA. Yeah, she talk all night. but she fuck all day. We on that lie. We just landed in the bay. From San Fran to Oakland, they smoke all day. And then we fly down south to ATL, then MIA. I'm probably with your girl, then hit the NYC. Did a show with SOB, interviews at MTV. Yeah, it's just me and Travis.
Roll up and pass it. This another